We're here at the REALiTY conference, and I am delighted to have grabbed Jackie Leavenworth. And she just spoke on how to connect positively and engage with others. Jackie's a business coach, and we're delighted to have her with us today. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Elaine.
So you spoke a lot about negotiating, and I wondered if you might start by just talking about, in today's world, how are realtors negotiating?
Yeah, I love the nature of this conference because it's all about change, and it's about disruptors, and what change do we want to adapt to, and what change might be actually hurting us. And I think in today's world, while I love technology, I think that we've gone overboard with the emailing and texting and even instant messaging of very important messages when consumers they're purchasing or selling what is usually one of their largest financial assets or investments. And I'm not sure they understand everything when it's all being shoved around in emails and texts. And I mean, I've watched some of them sign their pages, and they don't even read what's between the, sign, next, sign, next. And I think from a professional perspective, from a legal perspective, and more than anything, from a relationship perspective, I think that the email, text, and instant messaging, while there's a great reason for it, great time for it, we also have to reconnect with the need to be face-to-face, belly-to-belly, voice-to-voice with people so that we understand them, understand their story, and show them care and concern.
Is there a place for the text and email? Or?
Sure there is, absolutely. I mean, I love it, frankly. I mean, if I've got a quick message, I'll be there in 5 minutes, it's a text. Or can we meet at 10 o'clock tomorrow? It's any of that kind of stuff. But if it's the inspector found water damage in your home and the buyer's going to be coming forth asking for money or repair, I'm not thinking that's a really good thing, because what happens is between that and my next conversation, the person who read it, that seller who's now, what they're doing is arming themselves for battle. And that is the setup I've given myself, So I think that when it's a negotiable point, it's an emotional point, we need to talk to people.
Right.
We need to talk to people.
And negotiating is one of the biggest skills a realtor brings to the table. Right? It's a differentiator, right?
Think about it. We negotiate for everything. I mean, when I finally realized that I was negotiating to get a person's name, I'm negotiating to get a person's phone number, I'm negotiating for their trust. We negotiate for everything. Everything. I mean, I negotiate with myself. This morning I had 2 different tops I could have put on. I negotiated for that, I negotiated for what I wanted to eat last night as well. So yeah, it's constant and it's emotional. In this particular venue, it's very emotional.
And very personal, you're saying.
Very personal.
So what kind of things in your presentation, or do you, as a coach, advise for realtors or other salespeople when they're negotiating? What do you suggest?
Well, I want them to first understand that it's not just about getting person to person because it's a relationship builder. I mean, that's great, because if you don't build a relationship, you don't have future business from those people and referrals, right? But the other thing is, just to get to agreement, we are leaving about 93% of our negotiating power on the table, because my message to you is being received by you through my body language, my tonality, and the words I choose to use. Now, from 1970s on, there's been studies that show that my body language carries about 55% of my message. It's big.
Yeah.
It's big. And sometimes, have you ever heard someone say something, but then you look at their face and think they don't match, right?
Right.
So my body language is about 55%. My tonality, is my tone kind or angry? Is my tone forgiving or judgmental? That tonality is about 38%, leaving about 7% for the words I choose. So when I coach someone, I want them to first understand that base. And then I want them to understand that they are leaving 93% approximately of their negotiating power on the table to help people make better decisions for themselves. And honestly, if you think about our job is to be the catalyst for people to make decisions that are in their best interest that without us there to guide them, they may never make. Well, okay, so what do we do about that? Well, obviously, you can go face-to-face. Sometimes that's not convenient, particularly when you live in Ontario with some of the winter weather, right?
Yeah.
But technology has afforded us the ability to stay in our home and still do a great job because we've got FaceTime, we've got Skype, we've got Google Hangouts, I use a product called Zoom that is free, and we can see each other on our computers, and I've got tonality, I've got body language, I can share my screen. We can do all of that from the comfort of my home. So I really want to coach people that while email and text are efficient, I don't want them to trade off the effectiveness for efficiency. The bottom line is that we want to help people move on with their lives in such a way that they are raving fans and tell their friends and family to use us. That doesn't happen without social glue.
Right.
It just doesn't.
Great advice. And I know you had a great session here today at the Area Realty Conference. Thank you so much, Jackie.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Elaine. It's my honor.
Thank you. I've been speaking to Coach Jackie Leavenworth, and she's from Jackie Leavenworth Seminars.